What is up, dudes and dudettes, and today is the first installment in my weapon review series. So up here is the AN-94. So let's take a quick look at the stats here. The AN-94 deals from 40 to 24 damage, and it is a 3 to 5 shot kill. It's also a medium range assault rifle, and a very cool thing about this is that the first two bullets shoot at 900 RPM, and if you're still holding down the trigger, the rest of the bullets shoot at 600 RPM. So this is a very, very well-rounded assault rifle. So here's a quick look at this Russian-made assault rifle. So the gameplay in the background is a 70 kill demolition game, and I absolutely went ham, and I'm using my favorite setup with the AN-94. This is on Newtown with the double XP, and so my buddies, we got a 6-man going, and we just destroyed everything in our path. In the game after this, I actually dropped like 55 kills, and it wasn't as good, but it was still a very impressive gameplay. So to start off, I just want to talk a little bit, just an overview of this AN-94 assault rifle. This has barely any recoil. The reload is amazing. The damage is great, as you saw in the stats earlier. And just everything about this is great. I'm using the stock and the suppressor, and I'll go over my class at the end of the video. But I think suppressor, most people, that's just mandatory. Sorry, I can't say anything today, but it's just mandatory. You just don't want to be seen on the radar, and because most people don't have headsets, and yeah. But also I'm using the stock because the aim down sight movement speed is not good with the AN-94, so the stock really helps out, so I can just strafe around and be a nuisance with this amazing assault rifle. It's great because I think, in my opinion, it's the closest range assault rifle. I think second to it is the MTAR, because they're both very good, very maneuverable assault rifles. So really, this is just a great gun, and it also looks super sexy, as I get a nice 3-piece there. And as I was saying, the reload is super fast. You can just see, you pull out a mag, you flip the other mag out of where the other mag is supposed to be, and then you put in the new one, and it looks really awesome. Obviously, if you personally think it's a slow reload, then you can just try out fast mags. There's so many different combinations with this weapon. Also, the iron sights are great, but in competitive, I use this gun a lot. In competitive, it's one of the most used assault rifles and just weapons overall in league play and MLG and that whole competitive scene, just because of its stopping power at close and medium ranges. Also, barely any recoil. It visibly looks like a lot. Looks like it kicks super high, but when you're playing in game, you're not going to notice a thing. If you have good aim, all your bullets are going to hit, and you're just going to have a great time like I did. So at the beginning of the weekend, I only had about 200 kills with this AN-94, and since there's Newtown 24/7, my buds, we just get a 6-man rolling, and we just play Newtown non-stop. And I never used a single, well, of course that's an over-exaggeration, but really, so I was saying I had 200 at the beginning of this weekend, and the weekend is still going on, and I already have 2,000 kills with it. So I'm strictly using the AN-94 on this map. I think it's great, since There are long lines of sight on this map from garage to garage, you know, off the spawn and that kind of stuff. And also, this is a great weapon at close range, so it's just great for this map. I think this gun is like made for this map. It's amazing. But then again, the AN-94 is great on all maps. I mean, like even on Turbine, the biggest map, you're still gonna fare really well, and you're just gonna have a great time because, I mean, if you don't like the AN-94, please explain to me why. And if you don't explain why, you might need to be checked into a mental asylum, because this weapon is so freaking good. I cannot get the point across. I mean, as much as I am right now, and I still can't talk. Like I know what to say, but I don't know how to put it into words, if you get what I'm saying. But it's just amazing. Also, you know, other good attachments that you could use. I found myself actually running out of ammo a lot of the time, so not running out of ammo as in like not having any ammo and switching to your secondary weapon. I mean like just having to reload constantly. Since the fire rate, I mean it's 600, but surprisingly it runs out of ammo. It eats the magazine up pretty fast. I mean, that's probably the only downside. Again, no recoil, it's all virtual, and you won't feel a thing, and it won't be anything. So, really, this is just a great gun. So in competitive, the setup I like to run is reflex with no reticle and the stock, because stock is just mandatory on every assault rifle. I cannot name one assault rifle that does not need stock, because it is so valuable, and you have no movement during when you're aiming down sights. Like I don't know how the competitive players got through it without having to use stalker, but obviously they had to use dead silence in competitive to not get sound hoard all the time. But I really don't like, because I used assault rifles back in Modern Warfare 3 and I did not use stalker. I would use like sit rep pro and sound hoard everybody. But yeah, so yeah, back to my point. I just don't know how we all made it, all us assault rifle players made it without having to use stalker. But if you used stalker, good for you, because you didn't have a weird transition from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 2. So really a well-rounded assault rifle. I mean, there's nothing more to say. The iron sights are super clean. Maybe let's go over some other attachments. You can put on the foregrip. I mean, I put it on for search and destroy just because the kills are so valuable that like any kill you can get, and every single way to make your gun more accurate in getting those crucial kills, since you only have one life, is absolutely necessary. Because yeah, basically. So the foregrip you could use. I mean, other attachments like let's go over the optics. I don't know if EO-Tech is on assault rifles. Oh yes, it is. It is. I'm an idiot. But you could use the EO-Tech. You could use the reflex like I do in competitive. You could use the ACOG if you're a fan of it. I don't know why. You could use the hybrid sight. I mean, there's so many different options. This gun is always going to outperform almost any other gun. Also, there's the MMS. You know, I do use that in search and destroy, but not as much. I mean, it's starting to die down. Probably Meltdown is the only place you'll see me use an MMS. But really, oh, also the grenade launcher. Noob tubes are pretty skillful in this game. I think they got them perfectly. They're not overpowered. They do take skill to use. If you are a really skilled player and you've mastered the noob tube, people are gonna think you're a hacker or something, or they're gonna say, "Oh my God, it's another Modern Warfare 2." But really, you can get good with the noob tubes. So yeah, the gameplay is wrapping up, and yeah, I think I went over all the attachments. I went over how to use, well, how to use this weapon is actually, just stay at medium range, since it is a medium range assault rifle. And yeah, that's basically it. Just take everything I told you and use it in your gameplay. And so here you can see my recommended setup with the AN-94. I use the suppressor, adjustable stock, flak jacket, and hardline, which means you need to use perk 1 greed, toughness and scavenger, perk 2 greed, and dexterity. Also, just because I like using the high score streaks, I go with orbital VSAT, K9 unit, and swarm, but that's just my personal preference. If you cannot get those score streaks, then by all means lower them to even UAV, counter UAV, or that kind of stuff. So I'll see you dudes and dudettes later. This has been Additions. Bye.